All right, and I'm pretty sure we are ready to rock and roll here, that we are indeed live. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Babs, let's go. Yes, let's get it. We are back again, continuing with the schedule. And yeah, we are back in the Minecraft with Q world because of the simple factor that, there are things that I'm going to need for future projects. I am going to need a lot of sand to get netherite. Well, ancient debris to then get the netherite. So I want to go with the TNT method. I did spend a little bit more time after stream after letting the old wrist relax a bit because I do have some issues with some carpal tunnel, but hey, we got to fight through it. But I managed to finish kind of leveling out the ceiling a little bit. We still got to go further, quite a bit more. I then started to actually dig out the hallway, which this is the main hallway of heading in the north direction. No, this is south, right? Yeah, facing south. So this hallway, which is the main hallway, just going in the south direction, will be 9 blocks and then all the way up to the bedrock. And I want to expose the entire bedrock layer because especially with all the different variants of the bedrock, of like the different height levelations. Levelations, is that a word? Can we make levelations a word? And then I started going down this way because, of course, I was getting annoyed with the spawns and all of that. But, of course, these little guys, they keep spawning everywhere else. But once we get this really closed in and we get these slabs in, we won't be having any issues going into the future. No issues of mob spawning and such, which I was only able to get down to this far because I did run out of stone slabs. But as you can see, we are almost down to the portal heading over to our stronghold. But today, I don't want to work on a project. We're not going to really be diving too deep into a project. I want to explore. I want to see what else has to offer, and also being in .11 now, which from the looks of it and from updates and things, that .11 is going to be around for a little longer. There's not going to be a too big of an update coming out unless Mojang happens to decide something overnight or into tomorrow or something of how they plan to schedule their updates going into the future. But it's looking like come March, we're going to have another big drop. I think they're going to return to that system of doing like big drop, 3 drops a year or something of that sense. Not entirely sure. I try to stay away from it because I like to be refreshed in the sense of I like to be surprised that it's like, ooh, I like to come across a video on YouTube from someone of that basically stating this is what's coming in the new update. I avoid snapshots because they tend to do a lot of things in the snapshots and then they never implement them or start to. And look at this. Babs is on a watch streak of currently a 3-stream streak. There we go, Babs. These are the things. Got to continue to be in here to get streaks, to get things popping up and everything. That's amazing. Babs is on fire. Look at that. But no, I like to be like in the darkness of some things, especially where there's not a clear roadmap for games, especially this since it's been around for, well, basically half my life essentially, and I've been playing this game since the horses, like it was like the horse drop when they brought in horses into a stable version, not just the snapshots. So it's been like 13-ish years or something like that. Yeah, a little over 13 years. But I'm gonna need a desert. I need a mining desert, not only for glass, for builds and stuff, or just the factor to have the desert, but I'm going to need a bunch of sand for TNT purposes. I've spent a couple of hours AFKing over here in the rocket factory, getting some creepers to spawn in and everything. Babs, can't wait to use the new copper blocks and golems. I know, man. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. Like lanterns and the copper bars. Yes, I am most ecstatic for that. For all the new copper variants. Oh, I'm so excited. And I know one of the things on the list of projects to do is to actually auto craft the rocket so I can just AFK here and then have storage set up. Oh my god, that was perfect. We had just the right amount of gunpowder and the correct amount of paper already crafted. which I know that we're going to need a bunch of rockets because we're going to be going out very far. I also need to get rid of, well, not get rid of, but take out of my ender chest that music disc, which from the last stream we were actually able to take down a ghast literally coming back into the portal, or like we were doing something. I can't remember. Popped out of somewhere, and then there was just a ghast right there, and then I was able to take down the ghast and actually got that music disc, and then the ghast here. Which we're going to put the ghast here into the mob drops, and then treasure, we'll put the music disc in there. Do I really want to continue to carry my bow on me? No, not really. So we'll put it back into my shulker box, and then I'm going to totally forget about having this bow, which is fine. Food, I probably could do. Well, here's the question. Do I have a lunchbox? Because normally I do have a lunchbox. We got quite a bit of empty shulkers, so we're good there. I really don't need to empty out these shulkers. Got beacon. Okay, we got plenty of stuff in here. But what do I have for food? Because I have 29 steak, and I don't think that's going to cut it. I need to get my hands on more farmer villagers, so that way I can farm up a bunch of golden carrots. But these are things that are going to happen in the future. Today, we're going to be adventuring, we're going to be exploring, we're going to load in some new chunks for the 1.21.11 update, because it finally took me that way. Going to do that. Sweet. First potential bot of the day. And our iron farm is still working, so that's good to know. We're still producing iron, so we can still trade with our toolsmiths and armorers. Well, actually, I think it's just toolsmiths in there, honestly. But we'll get these guys bred up, get them producing some babies, and then we'll do a murder spree. We're just getting some basic materials prepped up and for our long journey. Because, of course, we're going to be gone for some amounts of time, really. Because I need to collect cherry woods. I need to get some pale wood. It's pale oak is what it actually is called, right? Pale oak. Because it's basically the light version of dark oak. So yeah, pale oak. And so yeah, so we need some cherry wood. So I need to come back with cherry saplings. I need to come back with pale oak saplings. I'd like to come back with pale moss, because we have access currently to regular moss. And what would be really cool too is to actually set up some moss farms for both regular moss and the pale moss, because I like building with both. And also the farms are pretty simple. I have a farm. I do have a farm for the moss, actually. I'm pretty sure I have a schematic of it saved somewhere. I can't remember exactly whose farm it is, so I can't drop cred right now for that farm, but I'm sure once we actually get to that point and figure that part out, then I will be able to remember or look into and then actually give the proper people the proper credentials that they deserve. Because, like, pale moss would look really good mixed in with, like, stone structures, and especially, like, our tower, our mine shaft. Oh, and even, you know, on the Church of Librarians. Especially, like, because it's, like, that kind of, like, grayish green kind of color that, like, the tough is, especially the polished bricks. Or the tough bricks, I should say. Polished bricks. All right, let's get that cooking, get the beef up and going. We'll compact this back into hay bales, which, ooh, look at that. We got 17 hay bales back from that. All right, cool. And the leather goes into mob drop stuff, right? Yeah, look at that. We got so much leather. We got some bone. Of course, we have infinite ender pearls because of our ender farm, but tis what it is. Do I even... I can make a jukebox, can't I? I was going to say, I should make a jukebox. And then I wonder... Because I don't even think I've actually heard this music disc before. Okay. All right. It's got a good beat to it. I like it. It's actually really not a bad disc. I could vibe out to this. I could drive to this. I will say it is really nice to see like these being added in, like special variant music discs, especially the Chicken Jockey one, which if we come across a Chicken Jockey today, I am definitely going to be trying my hardest to get the Chicken Jockey disc because I love that disc. I wonder if they plan on doing like more like little drops like this in the future. I mean, it doesn't have a bad beat to it. It's pretty good. I would definitely listen to this on my way into work. On my way home from work or just cruising. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. While we're at it, I'm going to grab these spuds. And I really don't have a lunchbox, do I? I don't. So let's see here. Do I have a like a pink? I could do a pink one. Pink dye. And this could be our lunchbox. Seeing semblance. I feel like I have somewhere for random. Yeah, we'll just throw it there. And then anvil. Do I not have an anvil in here? I don't have an anvil. All right. Valuable. So I know I'm going to need 3, and then we'll do 4 blocks so I can convert this down actually into the iron ingots that I'm going to need for the anvil. We'll slap the anvil down right there, and then oh god, I gotta get a one. No, I can't. Is it? Yeah, it's that one. All right, cool. And this will be our lunchbox, so we'll have our backup. Oh. Apparently we had a bunch of stone stuff in here. All right, cool. But I didn't realize I had that much extra stone stuff. Well, that'll definitely help me out with continuing to spawn-proof our nether hub. Or at least basically just getting the slabs down. And then we'll put those in there. And then our spuds are in there. Our steak is done cooking. And we'll have an extra 5 steak in there. I think we should be all good. Yo, Walt, what's going on, buddy? We're getting ready to go out on an adventure to do some exploring. Because with the world being updated to 1.21.11, I am going to be trying to find some cherry wood, some pale oak wood, grab those saplings, and of course we're not going to start an adventure on nighttime. But we will be getting the cherry wood saplings, the pale oak saplings, some pale moss, because I do have regular moss, and eventually we will set up some moss farms for both moss variants. And I need to find a desert because I need a bunch of sand to get a bunch of TNT. So that way I can get a bunch of ancient debris so I can get netherite and upgrade my tools. Because what I've learned from season 2 of Craftiverse is that I did the slow grind of getting geared up. That I even ended season 2 with just diamond gear. So typically things are like south of like stuff for like cold biomes and stuff, like warm biomes, but yet there's a big ice stuff down there. It starts to get into the warmer climates over here. So maybe, which we haven't gone in the east direction. So, I mean, we'll go east. Because we haven't really explored that way. We've gone northwestish. We haven't really gone east. We've gone a bit west, and we've kind of gone south, a bit north, but not really east. So let's just see what we got going on out over this way. And it's probably going to take a while to actually like find anything. Oh yeah, that was like my very first little lava pit that I was gathering up obsidian for my very first nether portal and for my enchanting table. We got some ice peaks over here. That's pretty cool. We got the spruce wood, which that's fine. We got a bunch of horses. The other thing too is if we come across some villages, we could definitely do some looting. Get some extra like resources and stuff. Which pumpkins? I'm probably going to need these, aren't I? I don't think I have any. Or I have very few. Which it doesn't hurt. You know, this is an adventure looting session. So anything that we come across that is deemed valuable or could be deemed valuable is going to be looted up and taken with us. And then I know I got a bunch of bees back at home, so we'll avoid grabbing the bees nests and beehives. Finding a bunch of horses. If only I needed a lot of leather. So far, we're just kind of finding some plains, flat plains, which some cool areas to do some future builds and projects. All right, now we're getting into some fresh chunks, folks, because the lava's now flowing. Another mass pile of pumpkins, which we got 23 right now. I will say it is kind of interesting that we've yet to come across a village of any kind, really. Oh, cherry! First thing checked off our list. No music. Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn the music back on. I know, because I turned the music off for when we were listening to that music disc. There we go. All right, music's back. I know, my voice is just not what you want to hear. You want to hear the... Oh, there's a village right there. Sweet! Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I have an outdated data pack for fast leaf decay, and I've totally forgot to fix that when I converted the world to .11. So, yep, we're going to have to deal with those particles for a little bit. And I gotta make sure I remember that after the stream that I need to adjust that. Which we're just here to grab some saplings, and of course, you know, it doesn't hurt to make sure that we get some of this wood. Alright, so we got one sapling so far. Ooh, and you know what? We could get some of these petals too. Because we can easily bone meal these up and just constantly produce more. But that's good. We got some pumpkins, we got some pink petals, we got some cherry saplings. We don't need those seeds. So let's see. Let's find an empty shulker box, and then we'll throw in the things that we're kind of gathering as we go so we can kind of stay a little bit more organized. Is there? There is not silk touch on this axe, which good, because I want these leaves to come down. I mean, I will say this is kind of cool though that it's creating these like the potion effects. So it's like it's trying to. I think it's trying to do the thing of fast leaf decay just to kind of get rid of the leaves faster, but it's just not working. All right. So that brings us to what? 3 saplings? Yeah, we got 3 saplings. All right. I need you to stop doing those effects so I can see what we got going on here. Pretty please? Pretty please? Oop. All right, I think we got what? We got 6 saplings now. All right, so I think that's good. I want to dip out of here. I don't want to spend too much time here because I want to be able to get that desert and also we got a village. Where's that village? Is there a village over there? Did I see a path block? Oh no, it was just my eyes confusing me. Oh, I guess a zombie died here recently. Alright, first off the bat, do we see a blacksmith? No, this does not look like a good village. However, there still could be some free emeralds. And what's in here? Brewing stand. Yep, we're going to take that. And is my... Oh, I put my hoe away, which is fine. You know... Satchel? Gold nugget? Is this the house I'm thinking it is? Yeah, there's no chest in this house, is there? Nope, but there is a nice balcony. That's all that house provides. It's just a beautiful balcony. Alright, what do we got cooking in here? Potatoes and spuds. Nothing of high value for me at this current moment. However, there was a bell, wasn't there? Which I want the bell. You guys don't get the bells. Alright. We checked this house. Now we gotta check this house. Oh, for some reason, the general chat was moved into the information category. When did that happen, and how did that happen? Is my question. But you fixed it. That's okay. We're going to switch out for this Silk Touch axe because I want these bookshelves. I want the lectern. It'll save me on crafting and grinding in the future. Actually, plus I want to get my hoe out. Just so I can gather up those hay bales. And then this is my gubbin shulker box right now for gathering up stuff. There's no chest at the top of here. That's fine. I really don't want to carry these. I don't know, it could be my cat running over my mouse and playing with it. Oh yeah, true, yeah. Blame the kitty cat. Never human error. Never. Alright. Hay bales are going to be in my pocket in a matter of seconds. Here's the first clump. I did check out this house, right? Yep, because this house only provides a beautiful balcony. That's all that it provides. Composters, I'm not really in the need of them. They're easy to craft, and having a bamboo farm is easy enough. Well, I have a bamboo farm set up, so like basically that's for... Having the bamboo farm, personally of mine, is just set up so that way I can do all of these like simple crafting recipes that don't determine the color of the wood block that I'm using. So, like, basically your crafting tables, your chests, your barrels, your composters, and all of that stuff. But, like, obviously, like, fences, trapdoors, and all that other stuff, yeah, that's got to be done by the color of the wood that I want at the time being. Alright, so we've gone kind of off course a bit, but that's okay. Ooh, that's kind of cool. But now that we're back on the road, you still think there should be different chests and crafting tables for the different woods? I mean, it would be cool. But then it could become a nuisance of like how the bed crafting is, that you have to have the same wool color 3 across in order to do that. Curse of Vanishing, Projectile Protection 2. Lodestone will definitely take that, and that's pretty much all that I want out of here. I don't need the flint or the flint and steel or these. Is there a gold block? Isn't there supposed to be a gold block with every single ruined portal? Somewhere? Or at least that's what I thought. Which I should probably keep my bed out in my hotbar, so that way when we get to a place and we need to sleep, then I can just plop it down and take a whole naparoo. Dig, sometimes they are underground. Alright, yeah, because I'm also grabbing this crying obsidian, because I am still pre-barter farm. Pre-barter and gold farm, so I want to collect the crying obsidian. I don't need to have my hoe on my hotbar at all times. Only if we come across a village and I need to gather up the hay bales. Which I'm pretty... Oh, I also got to double check too to make sure that the data packs that I had for .6 are still... Well, obviously the fast leaf decay is currently not working. So I need to fix that. And I know I'm pretty sure I had custom nether portals set up. And... anti-enderman griefing. So I gotta double check those as well. By the way, as we do the gold farm, why don't we make it as an XP farm, so when we AFK we get more loot because of looting and get XP as well. I figured that as much because also gold farm is pretty fast at generating XP. So did I start to backtrack? I did. Alright, cool. So we gotta literally go backwards. Okay. That's okay, because we didn't see this stuff on the way in, so we go that way. You gotta go past beyond the cherry plateau and this village that we just looted. Alright, and now we're getting into... We keep going this way, which is there more saplings? Couple. Oh, cherry log down here, some sticks. I don't really care about the sticks that much. I just really wanted the saplings and some of the petals, which we ended up getting 3 more saplings, so that's cool. Alright, and we got 2 crying obsidian. So far we got a pretty good looting chest. I don't need the netherrack, so that can get out of my inventory. Okay, we're coming... Ooh! There's some donkey. There's a bee. Alright, cool. That's actually a kind of a cool spot. Lush cave below us. Here's another portal. Of course, we're gonna... Oh, there's a huge lush cave around here. Alright, what do you got for me today? Ooh, some golden carrots. Some another lodestone. Obsidian. It doesn't hurt to take... I don't need the flint and steel. But, alright, where is my gold block? Really? No gold block? No gold block? Really? Alright, fine. I don't need the netherrack or the... whatever that is. Magma block. Alright. We gotta keep going. We're going to keep going this way. Now we're kind of getting into some snowy stuff. Ooh, a village. And I'm pretty sure with dot 11, they added this little like workbench area kind of a thing. So you get armor statues, little bits of armor, and then the blast furnace. So that's pretty cool. This is a chimney. Oh, smoker. Yes, please. Saves me on crafting. Do I really want to loot the trapdoor? No. No. But the bell. But the bell. The bell. 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 The bell. 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 The bell. 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 Yeah, by having the looting 3 on the swords and sweeping edge, we'll be able to yield more from the gold farm and be able to just get more in general. Okay, bro. Move. Thanks. Grindstone, pot, nothing. I don't really care about any. Stone cutter, not grindstone. Okay, and then in here, no chest, just purple beds. But I wish beds stacked. Why can't we have beds that stack? Like, some things can stack and it makes no sense. Pumpkin seed sweeper, no. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of this stuff. Some diamonds. Yo, okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And an iron pick, why not? Do I really need the iron gear, though? Do I really need the iron pick? No, but I will take... I don't need the iron nugget. And then we can leave these sticks behind. So, don't need the smithing table because I got an iron farm, got plenty of wood. That cat is trapped. What else do we need to dip our heads into? I think this house? Nope. This house. It's got to be something here, right? Yep. Pumpkin pie. Sure. Well, I'm a little hungry. I could go for some pumpkin pie. I actually do like pumpkin pie. Like in real life, I do. Oh. Okay. All right. I'll just leave you to that, bud. All right. But it's such a weird thing that like not many people like pumpkin pie. Ooh, a blue bed. That's cool. But I like it. I don't know. It's just ooh, purple bed up here. Potatoes, fern. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't really care. Nothing that excites me right at this moment. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's... Ooh, we gotta go... Yeah. So I think there's another, like, point of interest over this way, outside of the snowy taiga-ish. Yeah, there's a couple of houses. Ooh. Okay. Seed, it's just basically garbage. Nothing worth of value to me. That's a nice boulder. It's not just a rock. It's a boulder. There's a chimney here. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Just a furnace. Really? That's it? 2 purple beds. Again, beds don't stack. Okay, here's another armorer. Which I want the blast furnace and I want the armor stands. But I could care less about the armor. Campfire, no. Because I got fishermen villagers that I just gotta level up. Ooh, did I already look in this one? Probably. Yes, because this leads me back to over here. So then... Was this the one that I just looted? Yes, it is. So now if we go this way... We'll come across these other ones. What series am I watching at the moment? Basically just here and there, checking in on season 11 of Hermitcraft. Empty map, yes please. I don't care about the paper. The table, no, I don't really care about. You, I'm pretty sure I already checked you, didn't I? Yeah, no, I don't care about this. Yeah, basically just Hermitcraft, just pretty much like everybody else. Obviously your stone block series, that's pretty cool. I'm liking that. All right, let's unload this stuff into here. So we got 23 pumpkins. We could grab these while we're right here. A bunch of DIY stuff, just trying to do some like projects around the house in that sense. Also a bunch of wedding stuff because this May getting married. So trying to look up different altar. I think it's called an altar. Basically the thing that you stand under when you're doing the I do part of the wedding. Which I found a couple that I like. You just got to run it by Lily to see what she wants to do. There was one that we agreed on like a while ago, but I just got to refresh. All right, we've hit snow. So we are going to go a different direction now. Because I'm not seeing that we're going to get to the desert that we want and need. So we'll go this way. We'll kind of go southish and loop back around because we might have better luck down in this area, maybe? It's worth a try. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Another good series that I watch all the time with the kiddos is Bluey. Love that show. And we just literally flew right to another village. Do you all remember, like, this was like way back in the day, but do you remember how hard it used to be to actually come across the village? Especially in the super flat worlds? Like, it could take you days. Like, thousands of blocks. Ooh, cauldrons. I have an iron farm. What am I doing? Ooh, leather pants. Definitely need those. Yeah, no. Yo, seriously, jack-o'-lanterns are just popping up in villages now? Grind station. I don't really need that. No, I don't need that. However, I will take your bell. How many bells are we at now? We're at 3 bells now, aren't we? Should we? Yep, we are at 3 bells. Ooh, another portal. Cool. Yeah, I could care less about the armor stands now. I just want the blast furnaces at this point, to be completely honest with you. Alright, cool. Emeralds? Yeah, sure. I could nab some emeralds. Yeah, it was crazy when you finally found one. You killed all of the villagers and took it as your basement. Yeah. Like, it was wild. It was like, you couldn't ever find a village. And then when you did, you didn't know what to do. And especially, like, back when you were first playing, like, of course, you didn't know that villagers were so OP. Oh my god. I hate these sweet berry bushes. Oh man, we gotta... I wish there was an easier way to transport animals. I know with the... Ooh, okay. Apparently there was a dog here at one point. What is with the lack of chests in these houses? Oh, okay. But of course, most of this stuff is just garbage to begin with anyway. Furnace, and yeah, there's nothing else in this house. But I do like this house. This house is pretty cool. Alright, come on. Is there an easy, accessible gold block? Of course there isn't. Could it be right here? No. Oh, alright. What do you got for me in the chest? Anything worth my while? Just some obsidian, and I'll take the nugs. But I know I also really want the crying obsidian. Because with that data pack of custom nether portals, you can use crying obsidian and it won't obstruct it. Alright, obsidian, smoker, crying obsidian, and then I can just dump the rest of this crap. Because I don't need that. Like, really? No. What is it without the gold blocks? And do I really gotta, like, dig to find these things? And I'm pretty sure... pretty sure I got this whole village, right? X worked my way down and around. All right, so now we got to go this way. All right. I love to see that we still get some random bits of floating generation. That's amazing. Truly is. You remember when... Oh my god, another village. You remember when, like, the generation of terrain used to be, like, really, really, really bad? That, like, you would have, like, almost legitimately, like, floating islands? Especially with the, selection of with the amplified world. That it was, like, really, 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 really bad. Was it just me remembering all this whole stuff? Also, does anybody remember when you used to be able to customize your worlds? Like, change the height of where ores spawned and certain blocks spawned and the group size and all of that? I don't know why they removed that. Because I'm pretty sure I actually already talked about this. But that's when they added, like, the granite and, granite, andesite, and diorite to the game. What do you mean, nope, it wasn't? It was added at that time. When it was around that, it was with the, or it was like right before. Because I remember when like granite and andesite and diorite first came in, I would always do that in the world because like I hated the blocks. I never built with those blocks. So I always made sure to remove them and also increase like the ore size of all the ores, diamonds, gold, redstone, coal, iron. Because that was also like pre... Oh, I meant to answer my message before. Oh. Not you, LOL. Oh, okay. All right, I was like, Babs, you confused me, bro. Ooh. This is a... Oh, Fletcher. When are we ever going to be able to use these tables? Like, when? They teased it how long ago? Oh, that's just fish. And we've yet to be able to use them? Like why can't we use them? There's so many other things. Like, lodestones are useful now. Easier to craft, mind you. But still. Alright, so we're going to go this way. We're going to fly over the ocean like a madman. I'm not going underwater for that portal. I don't have a brush on me for suspicious sand stuff. And now we're kind of getting into deep or cold ocean. Another plains, unless we're cycling back through. Nope. Whole new... Gold block. That took how many portals for me to finally get a gold block? Like 3 or 4? Couple of lodestones. Golden carrots. Fire protection. Thorns. Fire protection. I don't need anything else because I'm pretty sure... Yeah. Oh, Babsel redeemed you look thirsty. Time to take a drink of the old coffee. Good stuff, good stuff. My cup's almost empty, so I'm probably going to need to get more. Yeah, first gold block. Out of like 2 or 3, 3? Maybe this was the 4th one? Is there... No. Okay. And there's nothing else of interest to these. Yeah, no. All right, cool. So we've still yet to find a desert. Like, this used to be how terrain was, but like everywhere, and it was bad. Like, you wouldn't have like nice stuff like this. It was just this constantly, just broken mountains everywhere. Nothing connected whatsoever, just floating bits. Like these were the mountains. Like these were like your typical areas, and like that stuff over there. Oh, look at that. We found our first Nautilus. Cool. All right. So still no luck on a desert. And we're kind of coming back to below, which we're going to start entering into snowy stuff. I mean, these are really cool. This is bringing me back, and especially that right there. Oh, that brings me back to the old days. Is that calcite? Oh, no, that's diorite. But still, I mean, this is still pretty cool terrain. It just reminds me of back in the day. I mean, that's a whole island. That is pretty cool, though. Alright, why is it so hard to find deserts? Alright, an ocean monument. One day. A ruined city thing? Or just like a singular pod? Alright, cool. Ooh, this is kind of cool. How cool would it be if this was an island? Oh my god, it is an island. This would be kind of cool. Like, if you could have this as an island, you got like a, you know, an ocean monument right over there. You got a ruined city. Pretty sure, is that a, nope, that's just sand. There's probably a shipwreck. Yep, there's a shipwreck right there. Cool. But like, this was like, oh my. Underwater cave chasm. Oh my. All right, cool. It goes pretty deep too. I don't think I have any good water enchantments on my gear. This would be a cool little, oh, the leaf litter. That's right, yep. That's in .11 now. It's a nuisance, but it's a nice block to play with. I mean, this is a pretty cool, like, survival island. You even got some turtles. You got 3 wood types. You got birch, oak, spruce. And then I guess we're kind of like popping into more of the mainland, really, but I mean, this isn't a bad. Yeah, because you got the ocean monument here. Do a little survival island. Or a couple of islands, and then you got like a main, like, ooh, this is like a cool, like, peninsula. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a lot of sand right there. Could that potentially be? Could we have found a desert? No, we just found a stony shore. Of course. And now we're hitting into some snow stuff, which we're kind of... Oh. So maybe the play was to go out this way. You only sleep at night. All right, well, it is nighttime. All right, so we got snow here. So let's just kind of keep going back this way, I guess. We'll kind of loop back around. See if there's... Maybe we will come across the pale oak, dark oak area, maybe over this way. Because these are all ungenerated chunks. So as we're flying through here, we're loading in... Ooh! Another portal. I'm really only excited for these just because one of the gold block for apples and such, and powered rails. That's really all I care about, honestly, is like the powered rails and the crying obsidian. That's why I keep stopping at these portals. All right, I think that's all the crying obsidian. Ooh, we got some lodestones. And definitely we'll take the gold and the fire charges. We have 9 crying obsidian, so we could almost make another portal entirely out of crying obsidian. Although the crying obsidian is a nice little accent block for nether portals. But of course, you can only use it with that data pack that I've got off of the Vanilla Tweaks website. That it allows you to implement the crying obsidian into your nether portal for it to work. So this is just looking like a giant snow biome. Oh, there was a village back that way, but I'm all set, honestly, with villages right now. Okay. That is interesting. This is a little... What is this? Architect thing? But still, I mean, this is pretty cool. We're on like a little floating island thing. Oh, that was interesting. All right. Dripstone. I know I got oh god, dripstone caves everywhere. So there's probably an ancient city around here, to be completely honest. More than likely there is. We're getting back into spruce. We're coming back into older chunks now. Yep. Second bot of the day. That's great. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, we found pale oak. We found pale oak. We are now in some new chunks. So we're going to have to bear with that particle effect again, but it's simple, just... Oh, maybe not. Alright, we need at least 4 of these bad Larrys. Because it's still the same principle as if it's like the dark oak. Does anybody know if they changed the drop rates of this? Because like dark oak is horrible. That like... You don't always get 4 saplings from a single dark oak tree. Because it was actually around the time when they... Because jungle trees actually used to drop a lot of saplings. Then they tweaked it, especially the big trees, to not drop as many, to make it more of a rarity type of deal. And they did it to... It was weird of how they went about doing it, but it was basically affected all of the 2x2 trees. I don't think at the time of this... I think it was just jungle and spruce was the only 2x2 at the time. So then when they implemented dark oak, they never tweaked that. So you don't... And they still to this day, unless they've changed it. But you don't typically get 4 saplings. Like the drop chance is pretty low of getting 4 saplings. Why are there no particles with the oak? I think just because of the factor that... Honestly, maybe because the pale oak is newer. So it's not in that data pack, so it's not conflicting in that data pack. Could be the reason. More than likely. That's my best guess. Because I bet you if I went to go hit that dark oak, then it'll probably do it, or even that birch down there. Alright, we need 8. But, I mean, it is close to home. But if I can snag 8, that would be great. Oh, got 8. Oh, and I want some of these torch flowers, too. Is there a way to farm these torch flowers? Like, if you were to bone meal the moss, do they spawn on the moss? Or is it like if you had to set up a, You had to set up like a flower farm here. In the pale oak biome. Like, they only spawn in the biome. Oh, and the hanging moss. That's cool to have too. Want some of that. I also love how it changes the sky. Ooh. All right, so we got the remaining two. I gotta throw the gold block in there. I don't need those sticks. I don't want the carpet. I don't need the leaves. But these things I want. All right, our first adventure shulker box is now full. So we'll place that in the bottom corner, and now we're going to start dumping things into here. And we'll keep that on our hotbar like we've been doing all along. Shift that over. So now all that's left is to find the desert. Which, is it becoming nighttime, or is it just because yeah, no, it's just because we're in the pale oak. And are these, yeah, these are new chunks too. So there could even be a woodland mansion over here. Or another pale oak, which it's looking like not. But we are mixing into a swamp. Which, if there is a witch... Oh, there is a witch hut. So we could do a redstone farm over here. That'd be cool to do. That would be a cool thing to do in the future. But I really need a desert. This would be the survival island to do right here. Flat, no blocks. You have the azalea tree, oak tree. You already have another portal set up over here. Yo, why are there so many gold blocks? Does this make up for all the other gold blocks from all of the other portals? Ooh, enchanted golden apple. All right, all right. I'm not going to complain. But I do want this crying obsidian. I just can't believe there was that many, 4 gold blocks from this. That's insane. I also don't really come across these really big abandoned portals, so that is quite interesting. Oh, fuck. Alright, time to get out of Dodge. Alright, and we're still going this way. God, there's just spruce everywhere. More dark. Oh my goodness. Okay. Terrain generations being kind of weird. Is it because this world started out in dot? But these are all fresh chunks. Is it probably because this world started off in dot 4? I think it was. We do have acacia, so we don't need a cha-cha. But I really do... I need a desert. But I am going to unload that crap. And I don't need that. Like, how we looking? It'd be great if there was a desert somewhere over here. Could that? Or is that just a beach? It might lead into a desert. And I think that's just a small little island. I don't think that's actually leading to a desert or anything at all, to be completely honest with you. So we'll go this way, which it's just a beach. That's an interesting... Okay, there we go. Rest of it's... Alright. That's pretty cool. Some pretty cool land structures. Are we now coming into a desert? Are we now coming into a desert, or are we just hitting a big beach? Yeah, we're just hitting a big beach. No, I'm done looting villages. I mean, I do want the bells and stuff, but... You know, that's just a... Yeah, that's just a big beach. That's just a beach on... let's go this way a bit. Because there could be something out this way, right? Maybe? Something? I mean, there's just a random rock out in the middle of the ocean. Interesting cliff faces. Really interesting cliff faces. Cliffices. Very interesting cliffices. As we just like fly right into the side of a mountain and smack our face. Is this snow or cow? Oh, goat? It's a goat! Alright, like, what are we doing? We need to find a desert. Like, where could our desert be? I know in one of my worlds, it took me, like, forever just to find a mangrove swamp. And, like, I even ran past one by accident. Alright, we got a birch forest going on over here. Because, like, I wanted to find a desert and set a portal up for it. And link it up to our nether hub, so that way whenever we would need to go get a bunch of sand, then we easily could go get a bunch of sand. For TNT, for glass. Ooh, a ravine. Of course, just a random blob of sand, not an actual desert. Maybe? Oh, now we're hitting a savanna, so might be coming close to a desert? Maybe if we keep going this way? It's not looking too promising. Oh, why can't we find a desert? They used to be a nuisance. They're just like villages now. Well, no. Deserts used to be like how villages are today. Is that just everywhere? Okay, warm ocean. We got a jungle. We got another village I don't really care about right now. We got bamboo. Do we have... I know I have cocoa beans. But do I have melons? I don't know if I have melons. So definitely while we're out here, I'm going to snag up these melons. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure I think I got melon slices somewhere. But with us also needing to get a bunch of farmer villagers, we're going to need a bunch of melons anyway. So... it doesn't hurt to grab them on our adventure. Alright, so let's go this way. And we'll kind of loop back around this way and see if there's anything over... or maybe Maybe just poke my head this way a little bit, because maybe we could find a jungle temple, because that'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool to explore. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I think those are also coming, but are a bit more everywhere than they used to be, I think. I think they used to be more. Oh, I'm out of rockets, so I gotta land. Oh, a panda. Bunch of pumpkins there. Ooh, warm ocean. So maybe there could potentially be a desert actually in this direction. There's a good chance. There's a good chance because we're getting into warm ocean. So we're like near warm biomes. The other thing too is more than likely coral reef. Coral reef, that could be a possibility. And we're getting into colder water now. Oh! No, alright. Just a savanna. Just a savanna with a little bit of beach. Actually, a savanna island with turtles and pigs. That's pretty cool. Another ocean monument. Oh, desert, just pop up somewhere, please. I only just want to gather your sweet, sweet loot. Just, Ooh, this connects up here. Ooh, that'd be cool. Little harbor kind of a thing. Getting back into, like, Stony Shore type of stuff. Alright, let's start going this way. Back up into the warm ocean, and then, yeah, we'll probably, like, stay near the warm ocean as it ends right here. Alright, cool. Kind of picks back up over here. Alright. Now we'll... Seriously? We're this far away? Well, here's a Badlands. Is the desert connected to it? Is the question. There's some sea pickles over here. Oh, coral reef. I'm seeing some regular sand. We got some red sand action. We got terracotta. We got... Oh my god. This Badlands is massive. Please have a regular desert attached to it. Pretty please. Yo, there is so much terracotta here. Oh my, this goes like up to world to build height. I mean, it goes up to the clouds. Like, this is insane. Like, just look how high up we... Oh, that's a cool portal. But this is insane. Like, look at this. Like, I cannot believe how massive this is. Alright, we're going to load in this entire Badlands, Mesa, whatever you want to call it. There's some stony peaks over there, so we could definitely get some calcite from that. But please tell me that we have a normal desert near this. It's not looking too good. Basically just some more beaches. Oh, oh, oh. Did we? Do we have a desert? I mean, technically, yeah, this is a desert. Does it lead more this way? Okay, 2 desert villages. Wow, okay. And another Badlands? Okay, this is insane. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. You know, I remember when they first implemented the Badlands into Minecraft that I actually had a couple of survival worlds that were specifically just wanting to live in the Badlands and set up a base all the way around the Badlands and only be in the Badlands. It was a horrible, horrible idea because I was not good at building or playing at the time to begin with. But I was bound and determined, and I did it, and I did a couple of cool things because, like, I wanted, I wanted to build basically like a Western town, a Western village type of ordeal, Western theme, basically like cowboys and Indians, essentially. But, I mean, after an all-day adventure, like, look at this. Like, this is insane. Like, yeah, I gotta sleep so that way nobody comes after us. All right, cool. So let's take a look at this. We started off like down over here and like was like, yeah, we're gonna loop back to head back home. Which home is all the way back here. We're all the way over here. Like that's a good chunks away. So it's crazy to think just how actually massive this desert and Mesa / Badlands, and we got a coral. We got actually quite a few coral reefs surrounding this. So I want to get this loaded up on the Xero's World map here, and we're gonna fly around, and we're gonna have to find a spot to set up our portal. And that was a part of the reason why I'm also grabbing some other obsidian. I'm making sure that we had a bunch of rockets. That way, if I needed to fly all the way back and just to fly out here. So I want to get as much of this loaded in. This is a massive coral reef. And of course, we have a Guardian Temple. Ocean Monument? Ocean Monument. There we go. Ocean Monument. That's the name for it. Yo, this coral reef is just endless. We're going to load this all in, and then we'll be able to sit back and just look at just how massive all of this is. You know how we have like a speed boost for like running and jumping and especially like and a swimming when you come near dolphins? I wish we could have a flying boost. Like, could we have an enchantment for the elytras to like for like downward force to be faster or something? Or like take off faster or something like how we have all these different enchantments for like our spears and our maces, tridents, and the fishing rods, how it's like specifically to that tool. I mean, pretty much all the other enchantments too are specific to a tool. But like your efficiency is for like all your tools in that sense. But it's like, how come we don't have like specific or special enchantments for the elytra? We just have unbreaking and ooh. I don't think I have a backup elytra, do I? This could be a problem. You know, I did not think of that. I did not think about a backup elytra. Unless I do have a backup elytra. Do I? I don't think I do. So we could be in a pickle. Now, does the durability of the elytra only happen when you use a rocket? Or does it just happen progressively over time? And of course, Unbreaking 3 doesn't really help you. Nope, so it's just as you're using it. Okay. Okay, let's see if I do have a backup elytra, and I don't think I do. I think I only grabbed the one from end rating, and that was that, and there's nothing in the toolbox, rocket box, redstone, wood, stone, beacon, food. Oh boy. We could be in some serious trouble. I have a flint and steel, but do I have other obsidian other than the obsidian that I was gathering? Which, if I check the map, was there a portal nearby? Not really looking like it. But I mean, still, like, this is the whole area, like a giant badlands. We got a good chunk of desert stretching into here. I mean, it's not that. I mean, actually, it is pretty freaking big. Like, alone, just these peaks right here of the Badlands is massive, and then, like, everything over here is massive Badlands. So I think we could do a portal here because I want the sand, and the terracotta is nice. Alright, so out of this chest and this chest, the only thing I wonder is if I can even, because with data packs being outdated, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't even know if this will work. Oh, okay, it does work. All right, cool. So we can put that back, put that back, put that back. Then we can see about throwing this stuff in here. All right, there, and there. I'm going to take out some more rockets. I know we went through quite a bit. Throw that back, and I can throw these in because our adventure is done for today. We found the desert. I just need to find a way to get my butt back home. That's the crazy part. I don't really know how we're going to do that part because we are essentially... So basically going back to 0, 0 because spawn is over here. So we gotta go back to 0, 0. We are... Yeah, we are 9,000 blocks away. Just for funsies, I want to negative 91, 21. And then it's negative 2765. Just to confirm, negative 91, 21, 2765. That is the coordinates for our nether portal here for the desert and badlands. However, where does this take us? And actually, I just want to have this on the ready in case. Hot tourist destination. All right, cool. I've been to every single nether biome. Which... Huh. We don't seem to be that far away. Because, yeah, no, our nether hub is right here. So we're not that far in terms of nether. So I could chance it to fly back home. Or... well, let's see here. How much ocean? It looks like there's quite a bit of ocean. So, the sun's almost setting. We need to get our wood chest out. Actually, I'm going to need 2 logs. Our toolbox out, because we... okay, so never mind. I need 1 more, because I don't have a crafting table on me. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a boat. We're going to get in the boat. We will use the boat to transport our butts back home as far as we can. Then... we'll get as far as we can, and then we'll start to fly. And then hopefully make it, and our elytra doesn't break while we're in mid-sky and fall to our deaths. And what I'll probably do in the background is honestly, probably I will set up what I'll do off the stream is that I'll actually set up a runway going out to where our portal will be and basically linking up our desert and mesa biome to the nether hub. So that's what I can do after the stream. And we need to kind of go this way. But we got both wood types that we needed. We got the second moss variant, which we needed. We found our desert, and luckily enough, we even found a badlands. So, I mean, that checked off a lot of boxes. We looted quite a few villages. So we were able to get quite a bit of good resources from them and other things. So I would say that today was a win, except for the factor of being ill-prepared, unprepared, and not having a backup elytra. Which means that part of my other notes is going to be having a complete backup kit. Not just tools, but also making sure that I have a backup spare elytra. Yeah, just because of, like, you know, next time if I want to do some more flying and exploration, then I am going to have my backup elytra. Also, the coral reef is just so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. But how's everybody's day going? While we're just rowing along here and slowly making our way back, just because of the damage of where my elytra is at, which if I... elytra only takes damage when you're flying, though, right? Like, it only uses durability when you're flying? I'm pretty sure. I think. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that it only uses up durability when you are using it and not when you just wear it. I wonder how hard it would be to build a base in a coral reef, like being around a coral reef, like actually under the water. Like you would need a lot of nautilus shells. And also trying to build underwater. How would that work? Because yeah, you can waterlog stairs and slabs. But also how would it look? Like actually like fully submerged under the water, not just like building a glass dome and then having that be your base. Like actually in the water with the fishes and having a bunch of the nautilus shells, so that way like you're now also part fish because you can breathe underwater and do things underwater. Wow, you really overestimate. You really just forget how slow boats are after you've been flying forever in a day, and that you can travel faster by wing than you can by boat. But it's also nice to just kick back and hop in a boat and relax and just row yourself down the road. The road down the ocean. You can't really row a boat down a road unless you're going downhill. But then at that point, isn't it just sliding? Like in the wintertime, you have a slide, or like, a snow sled. You just go down a hill because of gravity and just sliding on the snow. So wouldn't that be the same principle? Oh, it would have been cool if I found a saddle, because then I could have totally used one of these guys. But eventually we could come back and actually we could get our hands on a couple of camels and bring them back to the base. Ooh, I do. Oh yeah, no, I need silk touch to grab these. Which these are in .11, and I actually know how to. I have a couple of farm designs that I actually did for season 2 of Craftiverse that it actually worked out pretty good for harvesting these things. All right, we're kind of gonna become landlocked here. Unless I can go this way. And then if I cut through the land, if I can cut through the land over here, get back into the ocean, it should be a straight shot by boat. I just really don't want to deal with the nether. That's my thing. Like, I would rather go towards the portal, not from the portal to the hub. And plus, I want to make sure that it lines up with the nether hub better than trying to wing it and go and have the, the right coordinates to set up the portal to make sure that it links up and it is correct. So that's my thing. And I do have my elytra off, so I'm not going to accidentally fly and take some durability. So, okay, I ran through the land, and now I think if we hop back into this ocean, potentially we should link all the way back through into... We should get back to like the main ocean to lead us right back to our base, right? At least that's what I'm thinking by looking at the looking at the map here. I think we'll be able to connect right back in. It's also crazy to think too that villager houses have also come a long ways as well. Like they've changed a lot over the updates over the years. Oh, it's a squid and a nautilus making out, apparently. I was like, what was going on over there? But yeah, no, just a squid and a nautilus making out. Which that would also be a cool thing to bring back one day, is to bring back a Nautilus. All right, so I might be able to, if I keep going this way, should be able to link back up with all those rivers and such and essentially almost boat my entire way back home. Because that'd be really cool. I will say there was a lot of savanna on the way and there was a lot of jungle. So this is a warm ocean because we got some tropical fish popping up, but no coral. And we got the highland cow. Are these the highland cows, or I can't remember which ones are what for the different biomes. Firefly bush. We need one of those to start off our farm. Oh, Babsel's redeemed 250 spuds for a good little stretch. I mean, yeah, perfect time to stretch right above the water. I mean, it is due. We're going at, what, an hour and a half now? So that's pretty good. I want to get back home. That's definitely what I want to do. See if we missed any cool things on our ventures out and about. What's up, cheese? This is rare. Although not first time chat for you, though, but it's almost like it should be. Found a massive mesa. Like, this whole area is mesa and desert. Well, I mean, we have a small section of desert, but this is a massive Badlands. Like, we thought the one that we had for Season 2 was massive. Oh, my. And these peaks go up to cloud height. Like, oh, it's insane. And my elytra is, like, at almost no durability, so I'm venturing my way back home trying not to break my elytra in mid-flight. So I want to try to get as close to back home as possible. By boat and by foot. Just because I think I can link myself back up at some point, keep going this way, get back into the main ocean, and be able to just pretty much like boat right back home. That is a tall birch tree. It is massive. I know we just talked a little bit ago, Cheese, but how has your day been going? You got everything all like pretty much situated? Got the ball rolling for things prepped for the Season 3, or still have a lot of testing and a lot more things to do? Well, I don't think there's any dogs around here because there's still sheep that are alive. Because there's no floating carcasses of sheep. Oh, but there is an Enderman. I gotta check my data packs to make sure. Well, actually, I don't need to check them. I need to update them to .11. Oh, a new bush variant. We need that one definitely for a farm. Was there just the one? Nope. Here's another one. Good to have two. Oh, yep. And these are new flowers too. The what are these? Wildflowers or dandelions? I keep calling them dandelions, but they're just wildflowers. I don't know, because these are dandelions, aren't they? Like, these are actually called... Yeah, those are dandelions. I guess it kind of makes sense that they're wildflowers. And... we're almost back, actually, into the main water canals and stuff. We got some ice over there, all right. But I'm pretty sure we also even, like, have an ocean ice... Yeah. Yeah, we got a way to get a bunch of ice if need be. More cherry trees. Yep, don't really need those now because I did find some. Some random chooks. A lonely sheep on its post, watching out for any incoming wolves. All right. And I love these firefly bushes. And honestly, I could just, yeah, it'll be a short little jaunt. So just hopping into the water right there and then going the long way. I'm just going on a diagonal straight path, basically. So this works out. This is good. It's okay to get my toes a little bit wet just to rinse off of all of the dust and the grime from this adventure. Overshot the boat. And of course, as I got into the boat, the stars are coming out, the moon is on the rise, the sun is on the set, and we're going to have to pull over and whip our bed out and take a quick little naparoony. Or would it technically just be sleeping because it's nighttime? I mean, why don't we just call it, like, why do we have a name for sleep and nap? Like, is it really that much of a difference? It's like, when you go to bed for the night, it's just technically a long nap. Or when you take a nap, it's just a short sleep. I don't know. Food for thought. Alright, so apparently we get landlocked. But I think the best action would be to go this way. At least that's what I think. And then we will take a left to go this way. It also brings me back to like the first early stages of doing something like this. That essentially, instead of wanting to start over, it's good just to take a break, and also having, you know, your elytra almost breaking is a good little reflection of like, you know, I'm just going to do like, you know, day one stuff. Like I'm taking a boat down a river when I could link through the nether and I could go that way. But you know what? I just want to take a boat and enjoy and see, especially that we did load up these chunks. And of course, look at this. We have another portal that we missed on our way through, and there's a gold block and some crying obsidian, which is what we need. Well, I need and I want and I'm going to get. I guess a nap is meant to specify that it's supposed to be short, like on less than 30 minutes. Yeah. I mean, it does make sense, but it's also like, oh, it's weird. All right, what do we got in here? We got fire charges and a golden apple. We have a gold block, which I need and want. I will take the time to break the extra obsidian, even though we have access to the ends and can just farm out those pillars. But you know what? Little bits here and there go a long way and help you out in the long run. All right. So now I lost sight of my path. So if we just keep going on a diagonal stretch here, we should end up... Ooh, cows. We'll end up back in the ocean, and it'll be more of a straight shot, honestly. Traverse some land, get some distance under our feet. Especially for those statistic numbers, you know? You gotta get them up. You gotta get walking distance, jumping distance, climbing distance. We racked up the flying distance pretty good on our adventure out, but on our adventure back in, we're getting up the manual, the old school, the like horse and buggy style of adventuring. Although if I did a horse on this adventure, I'd probably be ripping my hair out because I'd have to like carve a pathway for the horse through all the trees and stuff. Like, it's more of a pain. Like, honestly, like horses is better once you have like roads or at least something carved out pre-adventure, honestly. It's like trying to traverse through forests and stuff. You gotta like derail. You gotta go off course so many times that, honestly, in my opinion, it's just not really worth it. But once you get like, oh yeah, I do have Feather Falling 4, right? Yes, I do. I am a smart cookie. But I didn't have Feather Falling 4 in Season 2. I will be better for Season 3, I will tell you that. You're wrong, and let me explain why. Oh, wait. Yep. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the horses and I love the transportation of the horses and stuff. But it almost turns into more of a pain in adventuring than reward sometimes, especially when you come across an ocean like this into which we gotta start going. We gotta start going this way. And what's cool too though is that we're heading back in the direction towards where the stronghold is, and we'll be close enough to that portal that we could actually just go through the portal that way. And get back home the fastest way. Horses sinking is the stupidest thing they ever did implement in. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand why. Because they can swim. Unless it's the factor that if you're on a horse and you go through something, the horse can't swim with you on the horse. Maybe that's the logical reasoning behind it, why horses sink and they don't swim. Because maybe in real life they can't. Oh my god, it's a trident guy on a Nautilus. Alright, cool. We gotta get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, he did not notice me. He's just chilling on his own. Yeah, like I said, yeah, traversing through a forest, it is a nightmare. Like, unless you've already, like, been through that way and cleared out something of a, like, you know, footpath or whatever, then it's just not worth it to, like, go raw exploring. It's almost like you want to get back to a place faster, so you just hop on your horse. Oh, are you kidding me? Or was that just a beach? Please tell me that's just a beach. Okay, I was going to say, did we seriously fly by a desert? Because that would have been crazy. I probably would have lost my cool. I probably would have had to have a fit and then had to go lay down. I probably would have had a BF. If anybody gets that reference, that'd be amazing. Alright, so we're going to be driving straight into land here. So we got to traverse this way just a little bit, veer around the side. Anything interesting on the shoreline? Nah, just a bunch of horses. Although some of this terrain is pretty cool. It's one of the things that I don't like about adventuring is that, like, coming across all this new land and new potential and then ideas start popping up in my head. Of like, ooh, could build this. Ooh, could build that. Like, ooh, that'd be really cool here. That'd be really cool there. And what is that? Oh, that's just dirt. And then you get back to like, and then I get back to where I actually am residing, and it's just like, oh man, I'd rather be there. Or I could do something new. Or like, ooh, do I really want to add on to this part? Like, oh no. I usually run on top of the trees. Well, yeah, I mean, that works great in the dark oak and the pale oak forests, but like when you get into something like like your basic forests or even like the taiga stuff, like it could become a pain of trying to do the traverse, and it, like, you have to do a lot of derailing, going off course, and like stopping and thinking of which way you're going to go versus just running and boating is, wow, that is really cool. Oh, it's a shipwreck. I was like, oh, that is really weird terrain generation. Yo, is this a full shipwreck too? It is a full shipwreck. However, okay, cool. Nothing worth my while in that chest. We got a buried treasure map. We got some books. And then there should be the good in here, which I just want not the iron, the gold and the emerald, because I have the iron farm, so I don't need to loot iron. This one should be able to throw this crap in there. Buried treasure map, gold block, go in there, gold apple, can't. Alright, so the other shulker box will take this crap. That's... No. Alright. Where the hell is this buried treasure map going to take us? Oh, I'm assuming... So I gotta go... Gotta go west. Okay, yeah, it's right over here. This should be easy enough. I wonder what kind of good stuff we're going to find in this buried treasure chest. Hopefully nothing garbage. And I just hope that it's... We also might be able to find a Heart of the Sea. Ooh, a diamond, some more gold, a Heart of the Sea, some emeralds, and gold. Cooked salmon, which I'll take that just in case if I do want the food. But yeah, and then I'm going to break... yeah. All right. Now that it's nighttime, we can sleep. I broke the chest, so that way if we happen to do another buried treasure, then we're not going to accidentally come across it again in the future, so that'll be great. Things are still looking good. No issues on stream side. Everything sounds good. Looking good for you guys? That does not look good. That's a violation. A single floating stone block. All right, cool. All right, we did get quite a bit off course. However, we are coming close back to the end. Looking great. Thanks. How's the music? Is it getting kind of like tiring, or is it like still okay? Because I've been slowly looking at like some other things for music and stuff. I keep coming back to this and just trying to like double check everything before I start playing new music, because I know 100% that this music is fine and there's no issues of copyright and stuff, but still I do, for at least the VOD, I turn the music off just to be on the safer side, because I don't want any strikes or issues. Is that Nautilus just like the ringleader of all those squids? Like the squids are its goons or something? It's like a little mafia thing? I guess I never really like those stream songs. Yeah. I mean, but it's just to basically kind of fill the background a bit. It's not like, you know, really like planned out songs for certain emotions or feelings in an edited down episode, that it's just there to be there. Just to kind of have something there. I don't know, but I am looking into like other styles and other styles? Is it genres or moods or something, of basically a variety of different musics in that sense. Oh, look, it's dolphins. See, we would have never been able to see this if we were flying back. Of course, we really can't fly back because of me not having a backup elytra and this elytra being basically broken. Oh. Third bar of the stream. Good to know. Good to know. If I click on that or go to that thing, I'll get more viewers. Oh yeah, totally. That's how this stuff works. worked. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of that buried treasure map. I don't want it. I don't need the iron. I have an iron farm. I need to start going this way, right? Yep. God, there's a bunch of nautilus everywhere. Oh, that opens up into a lush cave. That's cool. Because I could see the glowberries. Which I think this was the dark oak that had like 5 million azalea trees. Or maybe it was a different dark oak one. Eat? Yes. Eat. Eat all around. Actually, speaking of eating, I'm actually getting kind of hungry. Ooh. What sounds good? What sounds good right now? Like some breakfast food or just skip right to lunch? I mean, it is 10 o'clock in the morning for me, so it's almost like lunch or brunch time. Lily, hey! Glad you could be here. Took me forever and a day, but I finally found a desert. If you're just joining now, or you're just chatting, I don't know which one it is, but... Was that the pale oak that we found before? Yes, it is. Okay. But I finally found a desert, and it's actually attached to a badlands, so a bunch of terracotta, and it is massive, and a huge warm ocean with coral reef in it. And I realized that before I left, my elytra is nearly broken, so my wings. And yeah, so I just kind of decided to go by foot on my way back home. Plus to take in the scenery and, well, really because I didn't want to fly and then be in the sky, hundreds of blocks up in the sky, and then just fall to my doom and die and lose everything. Yeah. Oh, you're making honey garlic chicken? So you have a suggestion for me. Ooh, honey garlic chicken. Oh, so we went out to dinner last night with the kids, and they got typical kid food. They got like hot dogs, french fries, and like orange slices, whatever, typical kid stuff. But I had this burger. Oh, it was so good. Like so good to the point that like I know every time I pick it up, because it used to be my usual, but I haven't gotten it in a while because I didn't really want to be that messy. And because it is a messy burger, it's got all kinds of sauce and toppings and stuff on it. But so I didn't want to deal with it for some time. But then I got it last night, and oh, it was so good. And then Lily, she had this teriyaki chicken thing, and oh, that was good. It even came with like teriyaki on the side for like dipping the chicken or whatever, would have like, you know, pour more on if you want it to be more teriyaki. But like it was good on its own, in the sense like they already like marinated it and cooked it in the teriyaki, so it was like just the right amount to balance everything out with the other seasonings that they did to it and stuff. But then if you wanted like a little bit more of a kick of the teriyaki, oh, dipping that chicken into it, teriyaki is always the go. Oh yeah, I love teriyaki, beef teriyaki, like beef jerky teriyaki. Oh, so good. I don't need to open up chat. Where are we? We are actually almost back. Which is actually kind of good that going back this way, because then I can repair my elytra and make sure that things are good to go. And then we could actually use part of the the start of the process of the nether hub. Now I just like need to remember where the portal is. Oh, fourth bot of the day. Now it was like almost back to back. Okay, so here's the broken portal. And then the correct portal is where I can't. Why can't I ever remember where the actual like ground level entrance is to this thing? KFC is doing something Dragon Ball collab thing where they have Goku and I'm gonna say this wrong. Vegeta, Vegeta. All right, cool, Vegeta. We'll go with Vegeta. Buckets where is basically standard buckets, but with teriyaki or spicy teriyaki sauce. And holy moly, that's so good. It sounds good. Also, you're probably not going to like this follow-up to your chat, but I never really did get into Dragon Ball. I really couldn't. I don't know why. I just never did. I mean, I get references and stuff. Like, I know about it. Like, I'm not that out of said loop. But, yeah. I've just never, like, actually sat down to watch it. But Avatar, not the blue people, like, you know, the last Airbender Avatar, I got you there. Like, I watched that religiously. All right. So there's the village, but where is... I know you're more of a Paw Patrol guy. I knew it. I'm not Paw Patrol. I mean, the kids like Paw Patrol, but I really don't. It's annoying to me. I like Bluey, though. Bluey is the shiz, though. I love Bluey. All right. Where the frig is... Because it's not there, is it? Or is it? Is it there? All right. It's not this one, is it? No, but it's near this place. That much I do know. I gotta build a structure around it. I know it's yeah, it's right here. So what could I do for... I mean, for the time being, I could grab some colorful blocks. Just to make it stand out on the map, so that way if I ever do need to pop in, but of course could also just, you know, suck it up and actually build something nice, like an actual nice building. Then I'll be able to really see it on the map, but, you know, this is a quick little fix right now, just a quick little... Just a temporary solution, basically like a homing beacon. Yep, there's the particles of the outdated data packs. Now, where's that tree with the sand? Ah, right here. Here we go. All right, and then if we do that, and we do that, we do that, we do that. Oh, this is one ugly spruce tree now, but... Look at that. It is a homing beacon. For the above, it's the homing beacon for the above ground entrance into the stronghold and to the portal to the Nether Hub. All right, so one thing that I need to do is connect the portal up to the Nether Hub from the Badlands, Mesa, whatever you want to call it, which actually I'm pretty sure it's a combination of both Badlands and the Mesa and Desert. We need to get that portal actually up into the roof, or up that way. And I need to actually build I need to build like an actual structure for the entrance into the mine shaft into here, into our stronghold, the stronghold entrance. Rockets. I don't need all of these rockets on me anymore. And I'll pull out our toolbox. We can put our boat in there and our bed. We got the crafting table in there. Good, 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 good. Get our shield back out. And I think we're golden, pony boy. Yeah, and I do need to repair my elytra. Another thing I got to work on too is actually making this a bit safer. By a bit, I mean a lot. I just got to get the leaves. And I need to fully enclose, actually, the drop chute for the ender, because I could easily just walk off the edge and fall to my doom. Yeah. I don't know what Pascu was thinking, honestly, of just doing a single leaf thing. That it is or is not. Oh, you look thirsty. Cheese redeemed some points for me to drink. And actually, I don't even have a drink around here. My coffee's all gone. I can pretend to sip. Be, like, fancy. Ah, so good. So good. Is our light repaired? Oh, yeah, look at that. It's already all the way back up. Good to know. Good to know. We'll get our tools, because we did damage them, and I think everything else is pretty much fine in the ender chest. But we do need to do some end raiding, which I'll probably just do that crap off a stream, just because it is boring. We'll get this bad Larry repaired. You need some water. Yeah, I gotta get water. I gotta get some water into me. I don't really need all these ender pearls. But I do need to get out of here. I want to get back home where it's nice and safe. I should probably clear that island because it might help my spawn rates over there at the ender. Oh, bed was obstructed, which is okay because the world spawn is behind the rocket factory. Got some bad Larrys popping in and around here. I gotta continue to breed up those sheep so we could eventually build a pretty massive wool farm. A lot of things on the project list. I got so many things that I needed to actually start writing these down and opening up a doc. Oh, we left a chunk so fast that it was still rendered of like the smelting whatever stuff. Mob drops. Do I really need to put all of these into here? No, they can disappear in a hole somewhere. Or better yet, somewhere where I'm not going to really be walking. Oh, hi. Well, that's something that I gotta fix. Creeper and sugarcane camouflaging is still a thing, I guess. I saw this post, actually. I can't remember where or the context of it, to be completely honest. But it was the factor of that people are actually sick of the creeper exploding. And that people think that Mojang wouldn't have implemented that in today. Like, it's making the game not fun. Especially for people, like, in their, like, teens, whatever. Like, it's weird. It was a weird thing that I saw. It was something on, I think it was either Reddit or just regular YouTube community posts. But no, it was weird of the factor that people were stating that the creepers blowing up is making the game not fun. And it's like, oh no, it was a short from Mog Swamp. That's right. Because it was doing, I can't remember how, but yeah, no. It was him explaining that people were like upset over the creeper, like the new people of today coming into the Minecraft world and playing the game, that they're like, oh yeah, no, the creeper's not fun, especially when it explodes and everything. It just makes the game not fun. I don't play it because of it. I wish that they would remove it, or that they never implemented it, or they wouldn't have implemented it in today, which I think is kind of crazy because the creeper is like one of the very first mobs, wasn't it? And it's iconic for blowing up. I mean, like, I don't know. But I'm glad that we found our desert. We got even a Badlands. We got both the wood types and that pale moss that we also needed. So very happy there. We did get some pumpkins and melons, which I do realize now after being back home that we do have pumpkins and melons. But hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And I also got the coordinates for the Nether hub. I got those written down here in the chat for myself. I got to link up the portal to the Nether hub. Actually get that rocking and rolling so we can easily just go to the desert when we need to and want to. I need to get some netherite gear rocking and rolling fast because I want that. I also need to do some end raiding. I need to get extra elytras. Need to get some more shulker boxes because big projects are coming up on the way, especially for the Nether hub. And if I need to harvest a bunch of sand and terracotta, which, hey, we have access to a bunch of terracotta. And I was originally thinking of doing concrete for the Nether hub, but maybe we'll do terracotta instead, just because it'll be easier. And that'll also push back me having to actually build a gold and barter farm to get the gravel more easily to produce the concrete powder. But yeah, I got a lot of things to do. I'm glad for everybody who was able to stop in and say hi and give me the time of the day and chat. And thanks for redeeming all those spuds that you've been earning by watching the stream. There's a couple new ones that will be coming eventually, but I just got to get the things to make it actually worthwhile. And there's one about a hat wearing spuds on my head, whatever. But I got to order that. It's just a matter of money and actually ordering it. But I got a bunch of dad stuff to do, so thank you again, everybody who was able to make it, able to participate, say some things. Babs, you want the hat? You want me to? Yeah, I gotta get the hat. I gotta order the hat. I'll be ordering the hat very soon. Remember the data packs? Yes, I gotta remember to do that too. I gotta update data packs. Make sure everything is rocking and rolling. The fast leaf decay is working. Enderman griefing is Enderman griefing is working. And I think those are really the only two. The two data packs that I use. I'm pretty sure that's the only two that I use. I don't know. There might be others that I might want to do and maybe just run by you guys first or just do them and be like, hey, I have this now. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a good day.